Today we're talking about meal prep and what are some of the common things that we can work on in order to make sure it's efficient. So from a meal prep standpoint, you want to think about what are the basic goals, and whether I'm working with an athlete, whether I'm working with someone who's just trying to get back in shape, whether it's high school, college, the same goals apply. So we always want to make sure we're getting a good quality protein source in that meal. We always want to make sure we're getting plenty of color within that meal. And then we want to get a starch or carbohydrate source in there. And the amount that is somewhat dependent on the level of activity and intensity that you're doing. So obviously if we're exercising very lightly, we need very little carbohydrates, versus if we're doing extreme exercise, we're going to need a whole lot more of that. All right, so think about what are the components of the meals that you need. And now as you've got that in mind, you can start to think about how can I lay that out. So I know I need a protein source at my meals, so I need a meat. Okay, so I'm gonna choose a pound of meat and I'm gonna break that into smaller 4-ounce portions for myself over the course of each day. I know I need some sort of color, so I'm gonna package up fruit in containers. I'm gonna make sure it's all chopped up, ready to go, washed, cleaned. I'm gonna make sure I have plenty of color in terms of veggies, so whether that's salad or whether that's little cooked vegetables on the side, we know we want some color in there, so we want plenty of those. And lastly, you have your starch source. And again, that's gonna be rice or pasta or sweet potatoes or whatever it may be. And the amount's just dependent on you as an individual, what your training load is, and making sure you're getting those core components in there every day. Now you're prepped, ready to go.